without further ado, I would like to welcome my special guest, Gun and a Hookah. How are you, sir?
Doing all right about yourself, Pimp?
I'm doing great. Thanks for doing this interview with me. I really, really appreciate it.
Oh, not a problem, not a problem.
Now, let's talk about Gun and a Hookah. What made you come up with that name? The concept.
Oh, that's easy. Guns. Obviously, I love guns. I've been doing guns for a long time. Um, and same with hookahs. First shot my first gun when I was 9 years old,
Mm-hmm.
and did military. So I got over 30 years of shooting guns. As far as like actually being able to afford and collecting, I've been doing that for like the last 15 years, 20 years almost.
Oh, wow.
Um, and as far as hookahs, I've been doing that almost 20 years. So
Wow.
everybody was doing like the tactical shit, right?
Mm-hmm.
Tactical this, tactical that, and,
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
and all like the high speed shit, right? I wasn't that guy. I'm not that high speed.
Mm-hmm.
So I wanted something kind of like a chill, hippie, but at the same time, I get down. So, and two favorite things, gun and a hookah, right? So I've just merged the two things. And that's pretty much what it is.
I love it. And your lives are definitely what you described: chill, laid back,
Mm-hmm.
a good vibe.
Absolutely.
Well, first of all, thank you for your service. What part of the branch did you serve?
I was in the Army.
In the Army? Okay, how long did you serve?
I did 12 active, 6 reserve.
Oh, wow, really? Well, if you don't mind me asking, how old are you?
I'm on O swing with 50.
Get the fuck out of here.
Uh,
You look like you my age, around your
oh,
30s.
Stank, I appreciate it.
Okay, because you
Yeah,
sitting
yeah.
here talking about some 12 and 20 years, and I'm thinking to myself, well, damn, how old is this man? Okay, okay. Well,
Right, right.
thank you. Well, once again, thank you for your service. Really appreciate it.
Yep, yep.
So you enjoying the retirement life, or are you
I'm
working
I'm
something
still
else?
working. Yeah, I work. I'm work for DOD. So
Okay,
hopefully,
okay.
if everything work out right, I could be retired in another few years. Hopefully, retire. But
Mhm.
we'll see. All right, we'll
We'll
see how
see.
that works. Yeah.
Okay, so you said 9 years old. What was the gun that you picked up at 9 years old, or who gave it to you?
Single shot 12 gauge. Like when the youth joints, I was with my white friends.
Hmm.
Um, Cause my mother is not a huge gun fan at all, to say the least.
Right.
My dad had a few, but really didn't. You know, it was that stigma, for us
Yep.
at that time. That
Yep.
time between, with Robert F. Williams and you know 2020 was like that huge because it was all black people always. So when it came to guns, most time it was either we were police, military, or criminals. So it was more like
Hmm.
a white thing to have firearms, right?
Hmm.
So
Hmm.
that's where I got it from.
Okay.
At least up north, down south a different story, but up north, obviously it was, you know, we kind of shied away from as far as black people, but
Hmm.
I did it and enjoyed it ever since then. Of course, the movies with all the guns and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And I just was a fan of it, so it just was natural that it eventually was going to come a full circle for me.
Full
And
circle.
here I am. Yep.
And it's funny that you mentioned that because I do like to touch on that topic because also a friend of mine, well, actually his son, who I believe was like 11, around that
Uh-huh.
age, he's the one who first showed me how to shoot a gun, and it was a white family. We
Right.
actually went deer hunting,
Okay. Nice.
so they was the first two, and it definitely, and sometimes still is nowadays a stigma around black folks owning guns. Now, I can say the last 5 years we have been on it, like
Well,
we have been
since
getting
yeah,
legal, things like
right,
that. So I'm really happy about that. I know one of
right,
my goals is because I work with a lot of youth,
right,
and normally when they get in trouble, the original what they got in trouble for is a race because they end up finding a gun on them or whoever they was with,
right,
you know. But a lot of my kids, they're not using it to, rob anybody or anything of that nature. They're using it for protection, So I've
right.
been trying to get my, the ones who's turning 21 and stuff like that. I'm trying to get them legal So next time you get pulled over for a traffic stop or something else, that gun won't take, precedence over what the original stop was.
Right.
And I'm trying to tell them, hey, learn the laws. Don't be an asshole about it, but learn your laws. Yeah, you pulled me over for this, but I'm carrying concealed, so that has nothing to do.
Yeah, I'm legally good to go there. So yeah, I'm with you on that. It's crazy, right? When you think about the stigma, because Black folks been doing the gun thing forever. We know that.
Yeah,
right?
Yeah.
It's just that stigma came a little bit later, and it stuck with us for a very long time.
Mm-hmm.
It took, even with us, right? And then it took, 2016, because I remember being like, when I used to go to gun shows, I remember being like maybe one of a handful of us. You can count on one hand how many Black people in that gun show.
Yes,
right.
Same.
It was old school cats that were getting it in, and some of the cats that have been doing it for a long time. Because some of my OGs, they've been doing the gun thing for 40 years. And some of them all their lives. And even some of the sisters I met been doing it virtually all their lives.
Mm-hmm.
So, but it was never exposed.
Right.
It was never out there.
Right.
As far as, because that stigma, right?
Mm-hmm.
But now I saw like 2016, more and more of us, and especially 2017, I saw more and more of us showing up to be consumers, and then all of a sudden we started becoming more and more distributors. Because there was a couple of Black FFLs even back then, right?
Right.
Like you had the Surplus Armies. Before he was Surplus Army, he was a dealer.
Mm-hmm.
He was a firearms dealer, but now he's got his own brand, right? You got the Jaded Shooters out there, with, starting to try to do their own brand, and a few others doing their own brand, and more Black people not just being consumers, they're being distributors, they're being manufacturers, they're of just not just firearms but ammo as well. So we're really starting to blossom, or at least show that we're blossoming.
Right. That we always been blossoming.
Right. But now we're just showing it. Now it's just pretty much showing it. So, and it's going to grow significantly. I mean, we got work to do as far as how we present it, but as far as us presenting it, it's pretty decent.
Pretty decent, yes. And another thing that has been increasing is the hookah amongst Black folks. Here in Chicago, we have a lot of hookah lounges now. There are a lot of Black people frequent, more often, because when hookah was a college thing, I didn't know about a hookah until I got to college. Once again, hanging out with some of my white friends and classmates and stuff like that. That's when the hookah got introduced. But I noticed again, like the last 3 or 4 years, like the hookah has become popular in the Black and brown communities now. So
now, as you see, not only has it become as consumers, now we have distributors, we have owners of lounges. We have, because I had 2 of them already that are doing it well established, right? A brother and a sister, right? And I had the honor of being able to rock with them on my page. But I remember when I first started, it was a taboo. Cause I knew Black folks that were in the hookah game long before me. I knew some Black folks that were in the hookah game back in like the 90s when they go overseas, right? And it was they tried to bring a hookah pipe back, and it got stopped at customs because it was treated as a drug paraphernalia.
Yeah, I can see that.
So, and then when I first started, it was taboo. Even when I first started doing it, it was taboo. They're like, what is in it? No one touched it. And then, of course, as time gone, you saw a couple of hookah lounges more owned by some of the Southwest Asians, or it'd be like college kids that were doing it, but I was already well established in it myself. And now, like you said, it just blew up. It's everywhere now. It's part of the fabric. And the funny thing is, hookah has been around for damn near 2,000 years.
Yeah, I was reading up on that.
Yep. So if not longer.
If not longer. Yeah.
Right. And I was telling the sister that actually is well established in the game. And I told back then, not Black women, but women, period, couldn't smoke in the cafes.
Yeah.
They had to be out in the field or on the street. They couldn't actually literally smoke in the cafes. Now you got women out here owning their own lounges.
Yeah.
So things have changed. There's definitely two cultures that have definitely significantly grown amongst us. Right.
Absolutely.
At least publicly now.
Publicly, yeah. Because like you said, we've always been doing it. It's just now haven't been public. So it's a particular one that I see in the background that I want to get. Even though I'm not a hookah smoker, I would just want to have that one.
Which one?
Right there, the gold one. The gold gun one.
No, hookah. 2023. Look out! I'm the top. 2023. So I got my logo on there. So I might get a couple of these done, and we'll talk.
Yes, I love that. When I saw that, I was like, "Oh my god, I gotta have it."
Yeah. It's the MOB hookah, but it just makes it a little more pizzazz when I actually put my logo on there and sell them as Gun and a Hookah MOBs. So I'm gonna get a few more of those. 2023, look out! I'm gonna make some things happen.
Okay, well you're gonna have a customer because I definitely want to, because I do have friends that smoke hookahs and they was like, well, why would you want to get that? You ain't gonna smoke out of it. I'm like, I like to collect stuff too.
Right.
So I like cool. Yeah. I like cool stuff like that. So
cool. Oh, absolutely.
Now, what's your favorite hookah?
I've really gotten into my favorite one. My all-time favorite is Little Smoky.
Oh, the little miniature one? Yeah.
Right up there.
Yeah.
That one's been around the world with me, so that one can tell some stories, right? Mm-hmm. So that was one of my first ones. It was probably like my second or third, to be exact.
Okay.
But that one has been the one I've used and has stuck around. We've been overseas. We've been everywhere together. So that's the one I would bring. That's the one I would take out with me. If we went to the bars and stuff, I'd take that one out because it was early when people were doing hookah. It was still early in the game where there was only like maybe one or two bars out there, overseas period or worldwide, that would actually have hookahs in the bar. Other than that, I'd bring my own shit, right? And they allowed me to do it because I was a regular, so they let me do it. And there was few hookah lounges, but they were few and far in between. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Now you see everybody's doing it now. So, but that's my favorite one. Well, I like glass hookahs now. I'm currently smoking on a glass hookah.
Okay.
One of them. I have two of them.
That is beautiful.
Thank you. Yep, I got a fourth one coming. That one I'm gonna do an unboxing when it gets here. But yeah, I got that one's gonna be my sweet one right there. That's gonna be the one that's gonna be probably not smoked out of a lot or at all. It's gonna be one that I kind of show off. And maybe if I have enough people over the house or something like that, I may
figure that. I see on your short you got a what? What was that? Chris Vector?
Right there. Those are AP5s. Got the AP5 up top and AP5P on the bottom. Yeah, the clones of MP5s. Yeah.
Okay. Yep. Okay.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
What made you get those?
I like the MP5s. Mm-hmm. But those, I gotta be honest, they were impulse.
Okay.
They were impulse buys.
Okay.
They really good shoots, but they were definitely impulse.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah, those are definitely impulse buys.
Why not?
Those were like, I gotta have it. It was like, okay, it's there. Oh, what? Let me get that. Oh, let me get that one too.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah. So, some of my guns are impulses.
Ain't nothing wrong with it.
Right.
You want what you want.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So I also see you got a few in the background. What you got over there? What you got over there? Yeah, what you got over there?
Let's see what we got here. Well, this one right here, I recommend a lot of people have their house or get one in your collection. This right here is a Mosin Nagant. This is the M44.
I love how that sounds.
Yep. This is the carbine version of I got the 9130, but this is the M44. Mosin Nagant 7.62x54R. Bolt action. This one was World War II, Korean War, and even today still being used in certain conflicts throughout the world. So It's definitely a true battle rifle. Yeah.
Oh wow.
Some of the deadliest snipers in the world have used the Mosin Nagant, especially in the Russian Red Army. So that's one definitely you want to have a couple of those in your collection. This guy right here I showed the other day on a live Instagram. This is my FN. Everybody talk about FNs and stuff like that. FN scars and FALs, and this is one of the OG FNs. This is FN 49. This is 8mm. This one is Egyptian.
That is so beautiful.
Oh, thank you.
That is so beautiful.
I appreciate you. This one right here, I copped earlier this year. This is my
Jesus.
Remington 700 Police. This is chambered in 300 Winchester Magnum. Got a Hawk scope on there, some glass. It's really good gun to shoot and it'll beat your shoulder up for sure. That's when a Win Mag.
I was just about to ask, is it heavy?
It's not really heavy. It's a recoilless kind of look.
It's the recoil. Okay.
Yeah. This right here. Okay.
Now that look old school.
Yeah, this is my Stoger Coach gun, 12 gauge, side by side. A real fun shoot. A really fun shoot gun right there. Stoger Coach. And probably one of the best AK pattern shotguns on the market, especially for the money. This is the SDS Lynx 12. This right here is probably one of the best, if not the best, AK pattern shotgun on the market. It eats every load you throw into it. Adjustable gas block. It's basically a Sega 12 clone.
Okay.
A lot bigger, a lot cheaper, and a lot better than a Sega 12.
Oh wow! I think I might like that. How much does that cost?
That one, I got that one for $300.
Get out of here! And it looks nice. It looks nice. How many? Is it heavy?
No, it's no different than any other kind of shotgun. It's not really super heavy. It's got 5-round. It comes with 5-round mags, but it could take all Sega 12 magazines. So everything you see is Sega 12. You could do the 20-round drum, the skeletonized drum, the 12-round drums, 10-round mags, 12-round mags. All the Sega 12 mags, it'll take that because it's basically patterned after the Sega 12 shotgun. So,
gotcha. That makes a lot of sense.
A lot less money, adjustable gas block, and it eats. It's bang for a chrome-lined barrel. Best bang for its buck.
Yeah, $300. Shoot, you can't beat it.
And not for that gun, you can't. No.
So I like to ask everybody, what is their worst gun, what is their best gun, and what is their dream gun?
My worst gun. I would say the Sky, but I'm not going to say the Sky. My worst gun, and the reason I'm not going to say the Sky is because this gun is the worst gun I have, and it's not because of how it shoots. It's because of the symbolism behind it. It is a Kel-Tec PF. It's a Kel-Tec. I want to say P9. It's a pocket. It's like a little pocket pistol. And the reason it's the worst gun I have is because it's the very same model that George Zimmerman used to kill Trayvon Martin.
Wow.
Yeah, I bought that gun before that happened. I bought it back in like 2011. And ever since that happened, I've never pulled that gun out again. And I'm even thinking about destroying it.
Understandable. Definitely understandable.
That's my worst gun.
Okay.
My best gun, in my opinion, as never symbolism, is my Gatling gun, my 1862 Gatling battery gun. More for symbolism because of the history behind it. That's my best gun, is my Gatling. And I got some really great guns, but these are more of like symbolism.
Okay.
Is that one. My dream gun, I got so many of them.
You can drop a few.
All right. I'll drop 2.
Okay.
Because one of them I possibly could wind up with in the near future.
Okay.
One is God damn. I had a few. One is a howitzer. It's 110 millimeter cannon. So it's pretty much a artillery gun, and it's definitely a dream gun. Very expensive. Rounds are very expensive, and there's probably no place, at least where I live, to shoot it. I have to go somewhere out in the middle of absolute nowhere with extreme, with like 6,000 acres of land, because you're talking about something that could go about 3-4 miles.
I always want to shoot a cannon too, so
yeah, so it'd be something like that. And then there is, I would say, if somebody gets it, that's fine. The Lati L39. No, not that one. Even though I already put it out there. I would love to get my hands on the it's on the tip of my tongue. It's probably one of the sweetest guns I'd love to get my hands on. It's the Lewis gun, 303 British. The Lewis gun. It's a machine gun.
Huh?
The Lewis gun. That would be one of my dream guns right there.
I'm gonna have to look that up and see what it look like.
Yep.
Okay. You know anybody who has it already?
Nope. I don't know anybody who has it. Outside of like maybe some dealers, maybe a couple of cats out there, but nobody that I know personally, no. That's a Lewis gun.
Got you. So where are you seeing your channel in the future?
My channel? My channel?
Yeah, what are you trying to do with your channel?
I'm just rocking. I'll be happy if I had 1,000. That's cool.
Yeah.
But I just my channel is more therapy.
Right? Yeah.
It's more just talking and engaging
and relaxing,
pretty
vibing.
Much.
Yeah.
That's it. Because I've been doing lives for at least 8 years.
Oh wow.
If not longer. Yeah, I've been doing it for a long time. And not YouTube, but on other platforms, I've been doing lives, two-way related. Anything related. So I'm kind of new. I mean, I'm not kind of new. I'm kind of good at this. You know, I've been doing it for a very long time. So it's pretty easy for me, kind of a nice place to be. But it's more for, like I said, it's more for just therapy for me. So as far as the future, I just consistently rolling. I really don't see a future for it, I guess. It's just more for therapy. So if it goes anywhere, that's great. But
yeah.
I'm jamming. You know, people will try to shut you down and stop what you're doing, but I'm gonna keep going as much as I can. You know.
Yes. Yeah, that's so true. I love it.
Facts. I love information out there. Cool. Vibe, laugh, joke. You know, interview people. You know, just talk. That's all I'm looking for is for the dialogue. I don't give a shit about anything else.
Same. You sound like me. Same here. So let the people know how they can, you know, reach you. Of course, throw out the name of your YouTube channel, which they should already know. But
I'll throw it out there. Yeah, you can reach me on Instagram. On everything is Gunandahookah. You can reach my Instagram, Gunandahookah, GUNANDAHOOKAH. You can reach me on YouTube. Same thing, Gunandahookah, GUNANDAHOOKAH. And if you want to email me, I'm at gunandahookah.com. I mean at gmail.com. Gunandahookah@gmail.com. GUNANDAHOOKAH. Those three places you can reach me, and we can rock out, we can chop it, all that good stuff. If you have any questions, if I can answer it, I can answer it. If I don't have the answer, I'll get it for you. And shit, that's it really on that. Yeah, it's not guns. People, it's not guns in the hookah. It's not guns and hookah. It's not gun and hookah. It's gun and a hookah.
Gun and a hookah.
Yep.
Got it. I'll make sure I put that in there. I really, really appreciate this interview. Like I said, I've been rocking with you for about the last 2 years. For some reason, a lot of people I've been rocking with a long time, YouTube has unfollowed me from them, but
shadow bands, baby. You gotta love the shadow bands.
It's just like, what is going on here? Like everybody, I thought I was subscribed. I'm like, I know I was subscribed. I know I was, you know. So, but like I said, I love the vibe. I love the lives. Even when I don't, you know, say I'm in there, I be watching because you know sometimes I be at work, so I can't interact.
No question.
But I be in there and I just love the vibe. And once again, I really, really appreciate this interview.
Man, I appreciate you having me. Well, you always the pimp. You was always a pimp.
I was always a pimp. A lot of people think that's a name I came up with, but it was a name.
Oh, you gotta give me the name behind. I'm asking you where that name come from. You don't mind me asking where the pimp come.
I'm gonna tell you off camera.
Oh, okay. Shit, say less. Say less. Be good. Say no more. Say no more.
I'm gonna say it off camera. I mean, it's not nothing bad.
Oh no. But I understand. No, say no more. Say no more.
I'm gonna stick with the name. I like it. You know,
cool.
my mama hated because she was like, I can't believe these people call you pimp. She's just like, you know, even as I got older, like to this day, a lot of people know my real name, but they still just call me pimp.
Oh, hey, shit. Ain't mad at it. Ain't mad at it.
You too. We got to get up out of here. Once again, I appreciate Gun and the Hookah for coming on. Make sure y'all go to all his social media platforms and subscribe. Politic with him. He definitely gets back fast, which I love. Like, it wasn't no delay. Once again, make sure you guys also follow me. I had to change my Instagram, so I'm gonna put that somewhere in the video because, man, this hacking is real. I don't know what's going on with that. But the Pimp 1984 on YouTube. Yep. Facebook is the Pimp 1984, and Instagram, I think it's 2A Pimp 84. But once again, I put all that down below and all that good stuff. So until the next video, y'all, thank y'all for watching and peace out. Stay on.